Yesterday at the South Korean gaming convention called G-Star, Pearl Abyss, the developers of Black Desert Online, announced 4 new projects in development. Shadow Arena, which is the standalone BR game that came out of BDO, Plan 8, which is a futuristic shooter, Doki V, which is an MMORPG aimed at kids, and finally the game we're going to be talking about in this video, Crimson Desert, which is said to be Pearl Abyss's next flagship title. It was said in the conference after the trailer was shown that this will be an open world MMORPG set in a time long before the story of Black Desert, and as you'll see from the trailer, has a really big emphasis on storytelling, engaging quests, and a more fleshed out narrative in which the player experiences story through 5 unique playable mercenaries.
Only those who lived through the hunger, cold, and dangers of the wilderness may find a home in these lands. Call it the pride of a northerner. They came with their manners, rules, and ranks. I couldn't care less about the ways of you lowlanders.
At least the lands are still...
Up north, we have our own way of doing things.
Maybe he's to blame, maybe he ain't.
Young master, the lands here are cold and barren.
You can starve to death for all I care.
The north is full of dangers, whether you're a prince or a peasant. Whether man or beast, only the strong will survive.
If we die. How'd the lowlanders take over an empire?
Look at us. Beaten, shamed, and hunted.
Macduff! Eli!
Can you hear a word I said? You nearly died out there.
Macduff, you are our leader.
So yeah, after watching the trailer initially, I didn't even think it was an MMORPG. I thought it was just a standalone single player game, but it wasn't until after the trailer was shown that we was given a little bit more information about the MMORPG aspects of Crimson Desert. Something that was said is that there's a vast amount of content based around a more traditional MMORPG format. Now, the way I would interpret this is that there is probably a much bigger focus on quality PvE content such as dungeons and raids, maybe with a progression system to complement that, as this is something that Black Desert has never been able to fully pull off due to the way the progression system just never aligned with a traditional MMO format. Crimson Desert was also described as a next generation MMORPG with a diverse range of creatures. It was said that to survive bigger threats you need to make strategic strategic choices brought to life through Pearl Abyss's unique action combat system. What wasn't clear with this statement is whether or not the action combat in Crimson Desert will be the exact same as Black Desert Online. Personally, I think if they're aiming to have better and more difficult PvE content, they probably need to change some things. It was kinda mentioned that PvP will be present in Crimson Desert when the guy said your biggest friend and foe in any MMORPG is the players right beside you. And I also expect Crimson Desert to have a similar life, skill, node and trade system as the one present in BDO, as they've said they've created a world full of playable content including trade, explorations and much more. Crimson Desert will be available on both PC and console, and I believe they're aiming to release on all platforms at the same time, although there's been no information regarding a release date or alpha test as of yet. But overall, I'm really happy to see another big AAA MMORPG announced, and regardless of your opinion of Black Desert Online, I think Crimson Desert could be fun just to check out this super rich story set in an absolutely gorgeous world. This is going to be a Korean MMORPG, so I absolutely expect the game to be pay to win and heavy pay for convenience. If this isn't the case, I'd be absolutely shocked, but we all know what to expect from Korean MMOs at this point, so you know what you're getting into. I'm definitely going to be giving the game a try. Back in 2017, I had so much fun with Black Desert before they started making changes that killed it for me, so hopefully I can have some similar fun with Crimson Desert for a while when it's eventually released. Does this announcement mean it's pointless to keep playing BDO now that a successor has been announced? Probably not. I think Crimson Desert will be at least 2 years away from any form of release, and on top of that it might take even longer to come to the West. Also, we still don't have a lot of info about the game, so maybe wait and see if Crimson Desert really will feature all the stuff you enjoy about BDO. So TLDR, Crimson Desert, open world MMORPG, much greater focus on a single player story. You play as 5 different mercenaries with different playstyles throughout the story. The game will have PvP. The game is set long before the story of Black Desert Online and shares the same universe. The game will have a more traditional MMORPG content, most likely in regards to PvE. The game will have life skills, trade and exploration. This will be the next flagship game from Pearl Abyss. The game will have action combat. It will be a next-gen MMORPG releasing on both console and PC, and there's no info about release date or alpha tests. So what do you think about the announcement of the game that will most likely be the successor to Black Desert Online? Are you happy to see a larger focus on story and PvE content? Will you be giving the game a try? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you again really soon.